Oud, oud, oud. Hello, nieces and niestas. Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista. She is I, and I am her. And over here, we do mainly things fragrances, you guys. And today is a fragrance unboxing. So you want to take a guess? Look at the smile on my face. I am so excited about this unboxing. So if you're interested in hearing all about my first thoughts, first impression on these fragrances, please. So if you guessed KayAli Oudgasm, you guessed correctly. All right, you guys. So the package arrived. I have it right here. Oud, oud, oud. All right, so KayAli, she always put the girls in some type of suspense. And I must say that the suspense, the way she captivates us, and it's all worth it once the reveal happens. So I've been with KayAli since I think the release that I first came into the community. I want to say it was Vanilla 28. Yes, I should not ever forget that because it took me a very long time to get that fragrance in my possession. So I have been here for all the other releases. I go and purchase them the first day of them being released. And this time it was totally different than any other time because there were 4 fragrances released in this collection. And not only were there fragrances, but there are home fragrances as well to match this collection. And when it was first announced and it was revealed to us that there will be 4 fragrances, and I went online and I saw it, and the fragrances were actually priced differently than what we are normally used to for a 50 ml as well as the 10 mils. So I said, okay, let's come up with a plan because I cannot blind buy 4 fragrances that I may not even like, just being completely honest, because oud is a very distinct, very strong, and it could be extremely overwhelming fragrance, especially someone like myself who tend to ignore her sinuses and do what she wants to do and always end up sick. So let's just get right into it. So the fragrance that I was most excited about in the collection is the Café Oud. As you can see, I posted a poll on my community wall, and we're going to unbox these fragrances from least to greatest excitement. So as you can see, the least exciting fragrance, according to the people that voted on my poll here, is Tabacco Oud. So they have them wrapped in the standard KayAli black tissue paper, which I think is so cute. And the plan that I came up with, I said the one that I am mostly excited about, I am going to purchase that one in a full size, which would be the 50 ml. And the other 3, I would purchase those in the 10 ml size. And I love her 10 mils because these 10 mil sizes, they look like the actual full size fragrance. So here we have them. And we are going to start off with the Tabacco Oud. All right, so this is Oudgasm Tabacco Oud 4. Now, this is a true unboxing, so you guys just bear with me. Let's unwrap it. So the fragrance notes in here are mandarin, white honey, geranium, vanilla, tobacco, and oud. This is my first time ever noticing this. It looks like it have the Middle Eastern writing. I don't want to put a nationality on it because I don't really know, but it's a different type of writing. But this is the Oudgasm Tabacco Oud, and these bottles, I thought that they were matte, but they're not. They are translucent, so you can see the juice inside. It's like a frosted black glass. So here it is. So I have my scented strips, and I also have them labeled so I can still sample and play around with these later. Now, you do know that there's no testing like testing on the skin. The paper, it gives you a kind of example of what it could be, but there's no testing like testing on the skin. And I also have my Paris Cafe candle, and I use this to clear the nose palette. So you guys ready? And this is the Tabacco. This is the one that my nieces were least excited about. This is definitely a deep fragrance. It's rich. It is very rich. And I'll tell you in a minute, it tickles my nose. It has like a spicy kick to it. Very strong. It does smell male forwarding. Not so much as a female, but I think I would enjoy a gentleman or my husband wearing this. But it's a decent fragrance. I definitely get that sweetness from the honey. And I do smell geranium, but I cannot say that I can smell a tobacco note. And normally with tobaccos, a lot of times it takes some drying down before that tobacco scent really comes out. I'm not getting a lot of mandarin or citrus note, but I definitely get that honey and that geranium. And the tobacco is coming through. So, yeah, that's Tabacco Oud. All right, and the next one would be the Rose Oud. Same type of packaging with this look like rose gold pink accent on it. So, Oudgasm Rose. Now, I'm not a big rose fan, but there are some roses like Delina Exclusive and La Rose that I have completely fallen in love with, that I totally enjoy, and I'm hoping the same for this. So, the fragrance notes in the Oudgasm Rose are lemon, geranium, Bulgarian rose, vanilla, Madagascar, cashmere wood, and oud. So it's going to be some muskiness in here with this cashmere wood. Let's clear the palette. This is screaming church mom, church auntie. The lady in the church that wears the big hats. She always smells so strong, but at the same time, a powdery undertone. Like she got one of those powder jars that you blot the powder on, like my grandmother did when I was growing up. This is definitely a mature fragrance. It's not very heavy on the rose note, and I do like that, but I can tell you that it is heavy on the cashmere because I definitely get that soft powderiness to it. It is floral forward, and I pick up that lemon note. I'm picking that lemon note up. So it's very perfumey, very perfumey. Like I said, this reminds me of church mom, church auntie, church grandmama, that pretty lady in the church with the big wide hat on. She sits in the front. And she smells good. She's nice. Rose is nice. It's nice. Oud Rose is nice. And I can envision Mona smelling like this. It smells good. It really does. So this is Oudgasm Rose Oud 16. Okay, so the one that came in next to the most favorite is the one that I voted for, as you can see, because it's highlighted in blue. Yes, I did vote myself. And this is the Oudgasm Café Oud 19. And the reason why I was so excited about this one, because I want to add more coffee cafe-like fragrances to my fragrance collection. So I was mostly excited about this one. I think most people are excited about the vanilla one, but I have been on a vanilla binge. I have been adding a lot of new vanilla forward fragrances to my collection, and I want to enhance the coffee or the cafe fragrances. So that's why I was mostly excited about the Café Oud. So I opted to get this one in 50 ml. All right, the fragrance notes are cappuccino, geranium, rose damascus, white musk, and vanilla, as well as oud. So this one has like this gold, bronze, well, it's bronze, not gold, a bronze scribing on it, and it comes in the traditional boxing as KayAli. I love her packaging. She don't ever need to change it up unless she puts some jewels on it, and I've seen that somewhere. So here we are in the 50 ml, and this is the Café Oud. Let's clear the palette again because that rose is still in my nose. All right, so this is Café Oud. First thing I think of or I smell is the geranium. The first thing that I can smell in here is definitely the geranium. Definitely the geranium. I do smell some vanilla. So the vanilla and the geranium is very present here. I can't say that it's very oody. I don't get that strong resonance oody-like note. When I say resonance, it's something about oud, although oud is probably in a woody category, but it's almost like the sap of the tree, the thick, syrupy resonance part is attached to that oud. And I don't know the process of oud. I don't know how they create it. What I think it comes from agar, but it when I think of oud, I don't think of like dry airiness. I just think of thick, syrupy, woody. So this is definitely more floral than I anticipated it to be. The geranium is a very strong fragrance note in here, as well as the vanilla. And I'm not picking up any cappuccino at all. At all. I don't get that coffee note. Maybe it needs to rest on the skin some. Still a lot of geranium, but it does smell softer on my hand than it did on the card. Yes, it smells like a vanilla geranium fragrance. That's what it smells like. So if you're familiar with geranium and vanilla, that's what the Café Oud right now in this very moment, the way that it smells. It probably will take it some time before it could dry down and I pick up that cappuccino coffee type of note. And coffee and cappuccino may be different. I'm not really sure. So definitely the Café Oud, to me, it is more of a floral vanilla fragrance in my opinion. So again, this is the Café Oud 19. And the most excited one, last one, but not the least one as far as the poll, the most excited, the fragrance that people are mostly excited about is none other, which I kind of felt like it would be this because I think KayAli 20 Vanilla 28 is probably the most popular fragrance on her line, so why not? She's a fan favorite. So this is Oudgasm Vanilla Oud 36, and it took her 36 tries to get it right. Vanilla sugar, praline, saffron, oh yes, white musk, oak moss, and oud. You know, the first thing came to my mind when I smelled this, I'm just going to be completely honest. Yum pistachio. That's just how subtle the oud is in here. And the first thing that came to my mind was ooshy sweet yum pistachio. Those were my thoughts. I do smell, it's the praline. It has to be the praline that's giving that yum pistachio. But I smell a little lemon in this. And I need a full bottle. I do. I need this in full bottle. She's pretty. She is really pretty. Mm. So you know that there was an intensity card. No, I didn't get that. I think they only gave that in the PR, but there was an intensity card, and you can also see it on Huda Beauty to give the intensity of oud ranking from a 1 to a 4. So according to her ranking, the oud intensity in these fragrances, vanilla oud gets a 1. It has the least amount of oud in it. The vanilla oud 36. The one that has a 2 is the Café Oud, a level 2 intensity. It has just a little bit more, so it's on a level 2 based off a scale of 1 to 4. The Rose Oud has the intensity of a 3, ranking from 1 to 4. And the Tabacco Oud has an intensity of 4, ranking from 1 to 4. And I must say, the way that they have these ranked by the brand KayAli, they are right. If I had to rank these, I would definitely rank them in the way that they provided the ranking for. So be mindful of that if you're blind buying these, because I had to blind buy mine. And that was another reason why I chose the Café Oud. I knew it was going to be between one or the other as far as a full-size bottle, because like I said, oud can be a very overbearing type of fragrance note. So it's not for the faint at heart. So know what you're getting into when purchasing and buying ouds. But I definitely think that the Oud Vanilla and the Oud Cafe, they are safe ouds in my opinion. And even the Rose, if I be completely honest with you, it's just not giving me an overbearing type of oud. But the Tabacco Oud, she ouding. He is definitely ouding. So it's very strong. So my thoughts, to sum them, oh, that vanilla oud smells so good. No, that's not vanilla oud. Look at me. Catch yourself, girl. What I put here? What did I put here? Cafe Oud. Okay, so now that the dry down and it's settling into the skin, this is good. Mmm. I like. So if you have the opportunity to go in a Sephora in your location, apply to skin. So you need this hand, this hand, this wrist, and this wrist. Because that Cafe Oud, this card, no, it's totally different on this card and on my skin. Totally different. It's still very, really heavy with that geranium on this card. Oh, yeah, I like that. Mm. Let's put vanilla oud over here. All right, y'all, I'm going to wrap this up. Still Young Pistachio. She pretty. Y'all know Young Pistachio is my favorite as of this date. On my last ranking, if you have not seen it, click the card above. Young Pistachio is my favorite KayAli fragrance. But, there's definitely a new girl on the block. It's fresh. It's very good to transition into. It doesn't give me fall or winter vibes. This could be a year-round fragrance. It's good. It's really good. And Café Oud is good too. She's good. So, you guys, I would not even attempt to try to tell you which one is my favorite, because I am vibing with the Rose Oud as well. So give me some time to play around with these a little bit more. I'll probably just push that Café Oud on over to hubby because it is a bit strong. I'm going to play with it a little bit more, probably do some mixing and moving around with it to see how it really performs. But as of now, my top two are definitely the Vanilla Oud and the Café Oud. Really nice fragrances. So that's all I have for you guys. I want to thank you. If you purchase the fragrances, if you plan to purchase the fragrances, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, how you feel about them, and we'll chat it up down in the comment section. Thank you guys again for coming back, and do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye-bye.